Everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Ian is a Weirdo, or Ian W Makeup slash Makeup Education. And um, wherever you're watching this, I'm going to be doing makeup today. So I didn't really want to come in with a plan. I just wanted to go and have fun and do some makeup. And I imagined it'll take me to a kind of weird offbeat place, but that's the best time to explore what makeup can do. So let's see what happens. Let me get my music working first because it was working and then it was like, no, and that's very rude. So I'm gonna do my face kind of as I would normally do. Nothing particularly special there. Why is my music not working? It's very rude. Okay, there we go. Hey, Lori. That's fine. I'm happy to have you regardless of how long you can stay. It's a pleasure to have you. How are you today? I'm doing some makeup and just kind of seeing what catches my eye in my makeup collection that I have here. I have most of my makeup, I think. There are a lot of palettes I don't have that are still in North Carolina, but everything else. Where'd that bag of primers go? So this is a one size. What is it? The secure the blur. I don't. There's a lot of primers out there. I haven't found a whole lot that actually do anything. This is one of the very few that I find actually does a thing on my skin. You saw your neurologist, so your migraine is starting to get better. I'm so happy that your migraine is starting to get better. Migraines are terrible. I'm glad to get some assistance with that. I know my wife gets migraines really bad and has to get a lot of help out with her migraines. So I have seen that they are no fun indeed. So I think that today I'm going to wear my usual. This is my usual foundation. This Milani Conceal and Perfect. It's my favorite. Oh shit! You know what? I wanted to try. I got some new products to try. Where are you? I don't know. Okay, I have no idea where it is. I have the Conceal and Perfect primer. I just got it because people have been not shutting the fuck up about it, and so I wanted to try it because people do that with like a lot of products. So I'm like, does it really work that well, or people just doing their usual thing? Seriously, where is it? I'm gonna find it as soon as it's done. But anywho, so I'm gonna use my Conceal and Perfect, and then I think that I might go a little bit more fair, even though this is already more fair than my face is right now. It matches my chest, but my face has gotten a little bit more sun living in LA because you expect the day to be a little bit more rainy, and then it's not. So I use the LA Girl Pro Color Foundation Mixing Pigment. This stuff is awesome, and all it doesn't change the consistency of your foundation, it just changes the tone a little bit. So they also had a blue one, which was really good if you had a foundation that was like pulling a little too orange. Now LA Girl has a blue concealer that you can use instead for the mixing. I'm on all the meds. No, yeah, my wife had tried all of them, yeah. I understand. Yeah, the only thing that really made it, like, her be able to function was Botox. She tried, because, like, she never had time between migraines. Like, she, like, because I guess, like, that's, like, one of the things is, like, you have to, like, have a break between migraines, and she just never did. So that's why a lot of the pills did not work for her. So I know this looks like extra crazy pale on me, but I promise actually I did not add that much weight. Yeah, it's not a fun journey. My wife has been getting migraines since she was like 10. Just gently give my little ear. But see, like, it's not that different from my neck. Yeah, migraines are debilitating, and a lot of people, like, because I've only ever had like one or two in my whole life, which I'm very grateful for, and I recognize that I'm very lucky for that. But like, they're not just headaches, and if you haven't had one, or if you view them as like just headaches, like, you are minimizing like how severe and terrible they are for the people who experience them. And the fact that, like, basically up until recently, everything that they used to treat migraines was just kind of like an accident that it happened to work on migraines. Like, there weren't a lot of medications that they actually used specifically for migraine medication until recently. Which migraines are like one of the most debilitating. Like, I know in like the stats in the US, like, it's the most like widely debilitating illness, if I'm not mistaken, in the US. Yet no pharmaceutical companies were like working on helping people. Okay, so now that I look a little bit more even, so like I said maybe earlier, I don't remember if I said it or just thought it when I was going to put some concealer on. So I use the Make Revolution Conceal and Define. And I have three colors. C4 is like the color that matches my skin tone. So if I'm just covering up shit that like things that are already, if I'm not gonna put like a lot more foundation on top of it or anything like that, I'll use that. Or if I'm wearing just concealer that day. But if I'm brightening, I have C1, which like used to be the lightest color. A lot of companies don't create products light enough for me, which I know that the problem exists on the other side of the spectrum, for darker skin folks, which I know that that is a much more severe and involved problem, because it's beyond laziness why those colors aren't made. And then this is C.5. After they made C1, they came out with another launch where they came out with even lighter colors. So C0 is like actually like white, which is pretty cool. Tab colors that are made that light. Okay, so I have some cream contour. I'm not sure if I want to use. I don't really care about it. I'll use it just for shits and giggles. But I have the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand contour, and this is the color Fair Light because it's the lightest one. I did shave the sides of my head and the back also. But as you may have noticed, it was just getting way too long. I'm just gonna go right under here. Same sponge. So I'm not like moving it around a lot. I kind of like to place it where I want it and not really just like blow it out. Now it is with the wands, it's hard to get like it goes where you place it, but you don't have like really refined control. So and also sometimes you squeeze out like way too much and you're just like, oh, so I don't know. I don't love these, but it is very hard for me to find a color that works because a lot of them are like way too orange. And I need something really, really cool, not just because it's a contour and contour should be cool, but because I am super fair and that makes a lot of things look very orange on me. Okay, so see how that like creates just like a little dimension to the face? Now we're going to powder down. Okay, I'm actually going to use some different powder products than I normally use. Let me see. This powder is terribly smelly. Yeah. Okay, so before you powder underneath your eyes or anything that might crease, make sure that it's not creasing when you powder it. Otherwise, you will set those creases in there. Just something to consider. I usually turn my sponge around. So I'm only using the translucent powder this time on places where I get excessively oily or my makeup tends to break down throughout the day. I am not applying it everywhere because I'm going to brush it off. But I just needed a little bit more security in the places that and then I'm going to take my powder foundation and then go over my face, which I think this is the exact same brush, but just whatever. And this is good, especially if the translucent powder can give you like a little like kind of like lifelessness. Having like a skin tone powder can be good, but this is a lot of powder. So if you are drier in skin, this is a ton. So you can like, cut the amount of powder that you're using in half because it's a lot. Or just use some sprays, but it's a lot. So now I'm going to go in and do my eyebrows. I'm going to use eyebrow powder. This one's by Anastasia. Beverly Hills. This is Granite. I literally like just like threw all my brushes in here and I'm like, I'll clean them in a second. Yeah, this is what happens when I'm left to my own devices because I'll just like literally, I'll get to them eventually. It's just not right now. Okay, I just need my angled liner brush. There's my angled liner brush. I know I have to have like 50 of these things, so like so yeah, I'm very powdery right now, and that's okay for this point in the makeup. This is definitely not where I tend to end up by the end of the makeup. I think that's important to know is like know your skin and know the makeup well enough to know like, okay, like when I'm done looking, okay, hi Lori, thanks for hanging out. It's like know like, okay, well, this is what the makeup is actually gonna end up looking like, or like this is what it's gonna look like in a couple hours when I take pictures of it and I'm doing whatever I want. You know, or whatever. I'm also looking for eyeliner brushes like simultaneously, so sorry, this is taking a really long time. I swear this motherfucking brush is gonna be right in here, but there we go. Oh, it was right here. And just okay. It's like, I got it in my hands. There we go. Okay. Normal human reaction. Beep boop. Okay, so I'm starting with the lighter color. It just looks super dark because of one, I'm super freaking pale. Now, I don't really ever love like super carved out brows. Like I can do them and like have done them, but they're just never my favorite. I just find that they look like they were stamped on. So when I do my own eyebrows, I don't typically carve them out unless like I've only done them on clients that like or like in times where people are like, we need this look. Let's go, okay. Which is fine, but I don't know. I just don't love them, especially like on my face. I find that it looks really, really bad because I'm so fair that where the concealer that I need to like really highlight my brows is like almost white. And so I find it looks like a little silly on me. And that like blending it into my natural coloring is really weird because I need like a white but like yellow, and I can't just use like a pure white. Um, so it just looks a little silly, I think, on me. But more power to the people who do because you look fierce. Work. I did a whole video on how like my whole like eyebrow like how I go about my eyebrows, like picking the color and everything. So if you want to know kind of my makeup education theory, whatever, on how to do eyebrows, you can watch that on my makeup channel. Which I don't know why Nightbot has decided to be very rude and not say anything. Okay, so now we're gonna just go for gold with with eyeshadow because I want to have some fun and I don't really want to think about planning an eye look. I just kind of want to go for it. So I'll clear up a little bit of spots first. Also, I've been really dying to use those, which I haven't put the 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 video up yet, but I got some water-based liners that I'm super excited for, and I literally have just been staring at them, wanting to do something with them, and so I kind of have an idea, but we'll see how it works. I have this. There was this one look that I did when I was a youngin'. That's young person for people who don't speak Southern. And it was one of my favorites because it was with used a NARS blush that was like bright orange. And then I also had this like bright green eyeliner that I would do like this like graphic liner with. And it was just like buck wild. It was so crazy. It made no sense. And it was one of my favorite looks to do. Well, like I say it was one of my favorite looks, but I I think I maybe did it twice. Like I didn't repeat a lot of looks. I just was always like trying something new. But I hope like whenever I think about that time, I always think about that look and going back to it. I also had this like L'Oreal used to have these like I think they were called the Infallible Duos, and they had these blue ones that were so vibrant. Vibrancy was so hard to get, and now you can get vibrant makeup for like affordable prices like anywhere, and it's crazy because it's definitely not how it was when I started doing makeup. It's so cool, and I'm so jealous. It would be so cool to start doing makeup now. Oop, I almost fell. Okay, so for me, I really want a brush. Okay, I'm gonna do two colors. I need two brushes. I've had this one a long time. So this is the Ben Nye Luminaire Grand Color and Tangerine. And it's a really close. It's very similar to the color that I used to use. That was that blush color. Like, can you imagine that color as a blush and just like why young Ian had such a good time with it. So this is a shimmer color, but right now I'm just packing it on. And this like random makeup thing that I'm doing, I'm not expecting it to look good or like work out in a way that's like, oh wow, that's like such a cool makeup. I'm just like gonna have fun and we're gonna see how it works out because I have no intentions or plans. I mean, I have some like ideas, but I that's about it. Like if it's like turns out to be like a hideous look, it's like, oh well, at least it was fun. Okay, so now I'm going to get a fluffier brush. And I know I need to clean my brushes, but hey Tammy. Yep. Well, so I'm actually streaming this on both my regular channel and my makeup channel. And so the makeup channel is all about teaching people how to do their own makeup. So, and like empowering them to do their own makeup if they want to learn how to do it themselves. So that's what that channel is all about. So right now on that channel, I have 3 videos, but I'm about to upload a 4th where I just do like a review. Um, and um, and one is a tutorial on how to do your eyebrows in the way that I was taught to do eyebrows, and the other is blush placement because I know that blush is something that kind of everyone has like a different idea about how to do it. So if you ever do want to learn how to do makeup, that could be a place for you to learn if you wanted to. Because I wanted the makeup channel to be more about, I wanted it to be about fun and like doing fun stuff like this, but I also wanted it to be about educating people who didn't know how to do their own makeup, but were interested. Yeah, I'll definitely. Brushes are so individualized. I do talk about brushes like with the um, specific things, but that's a good idea. I could definitely do a video on brushes. There's so many. There's so many. And everyone has like preferences so that is a little difficult, but it's not impossible by any means. Okay. Okay, so now that I've applied this color, I'm gonna go in with this color that's a little bit more matte in this blush duo. And go into my crease and out here because my plan is to do something. So I got these water-based liners, which I did a video of me unboxing them, but I haven't edited it yet, and because I was sick when I'm still getting over everything I had, but yeah, I have some water-based liners that I couldn't help, but I had to. Yeah, I couldn't help but do something with them. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little bit of water because you need that to activate the foundation contouring. Yeah, I mean it takes so much time and there's so much preference involved in every single step that like I think the blush video might be like 45 minutes long. Like it's just blush. Like, but I'm trying to do it in steps of like, so it takes a lot of time to do everything because everything is very personalized. Talking about foundation, like I could talk about foundations for like 3 years straight because it's about like how much like coverage you want and what kind of finish you want and like do they have your undertones and like all like, so it's a lot to cover, and for a beginner it can be very overwhelming, so I'm trying to like make it in like digestible bits. But like yeah, so i I will do my best. Contouring is advanced, like much more advanced than people like to talk about. People like to act like pew, pew, I contoured. No, that's not how easy contouring is not like that. Like it's a lot more. but but let me get some water real quick. But I'll talk about it. But okay. Yeah, and the thing is, most people like their blush placement, like things like, yeah, like all of like those things, like they do change as you age and as like trends come and go and all of that stuff. So that's why I wanted to do something like this. Okay, so I'm going to be using the liquid liner, the water, so the Moon Water liner, the water activated liner in the color Rotten by Hollow Grave Cosmetics. And make sure that I'm using a clean brush, my brush cleaner. Actually, I think I want it. Well, this one. It's okay. Hey, Carrie, welcome in. How are you? Just doing a little bit of natural makeup. I messed up a little bit in here, but you can go in with a Q-tip and water. You're great. That's awesome. I'm happy to hear that. I am getting over an illness, which I'm not feeling super great right now. I've drank so much Gatorade in the past like couple of days. It's ridiculous. So one thing is like if you go really long with some eyeliner, based on your anatomy, this can kind of change the shape of it. So because of that, I'm going to, I don't know, figure something out and play with it. What do bat wings look like again? I don't remember. No. See? Okay. So the good thing about having water-based makeup is that you can use literally water to get it off pretty easily without ruining the rest of your makeup. Assuming that you didn't dip it into the color that you tried to mix it with in the first place. We go with the shorter wing this time, I think. Okay, and I'm gonna do the other eye. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, there's no like defined order on how you do it. It really just depends on, you know, what you are going for and um, what type of products you're using. You always want to put creamy products down first. Uh, so if you're using like a liquid or cream foundation, you want to put that down first before you put down any powders, things like that. Some people choose to do their face first and then their eyes. Some people like to do eyes first and then face. That's a total preference call. I should kind of fuck that up, but whatever. We're gonna go a little bit thicker on this line. So, I mean, I guess it would depend on what you have that you want to go first. So you're going to want to prep your skin with skincare. Your moisturizer, your sunscreen, all of that, you're going to want that to go on first. And then some people like to use primers. I find that a lot of primers are just kind of gimmicky and unnecessary. I've looked for years, and honestly, like, don't really find that any of them actually do anything, with the exception of two that I've tried, and I use those two. But other than that, I don't really feel like there's like a lot of. But I mean, that's my skin, right? So like your skin might be different. So when I do makeup on other people, I use primer just in case. And I'll use the Smashbox Photo Finish because it's pretty much uh, like works on everybody type of primer, even though there's a lot of people who like to use different. They're not quite even, but I don't really care because the green's not going to be the focus of this. And I don't know, I'm going to take this green and go in a little bit. Just some. So once you have your primer on, it depends, like, are you using foundation, are you using tinted moisturizer, are you using concealer? Some people like to use concealer before. Some people like to use concealer before their foundation, and they'll usually use something that's really close to their skin tone. Some people like to use it after for like brightening, or again, just to kind of pick up the slack where they need like a little extra coverage that they didn't get. And so yeah, that's totally up to you how you choose to use that. And then if you foundation, tinted moisturizer, which tinted moisturizer is just a really thinned out foundation. And foundation can come in the form of liquids and powders and creams and like there's a lot of different types of foundation. So all of those are possible. Let me get for my next trick. Motherfucker. Okay. I thought I had my stippling sponge and I don't, so I'm going to find a brush, hopefully, that can help me out here. So yeah, so there's a bunch of different ways you can do foundation. Some foundation you do need to set with a powder, some you do not. Some you need to kind of partially set in the areas where it tends to move and shift a little bit throughout the day. And then after you've kind of created this blank canvas of like having your foundation and everything on, I think it's important to add color back to the face. Otherwise, you kind of just look like a blank, like you look like a wall that got painted, and it doesn't really like look like a human. So like adding contour and bronzer and blush are important because they bring life back to your face. And placement really, really can change the structure of like, or change the look of the structure of your face. So, okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to use it for my next trick. Okay, I got it. Okay, so this is another Moonwater liner from holograph. For some reason, I got the mini and the full size. I think I forgot to take the mini out of my thing. Oops. So this is the color Blood Spill, and it's supposed to mimic Blurred. So you can put it on a couple different brushes, like even like a toothbrush, and you can kind of like flick it for like spray. Oh my god, this looks so good. This color is amazing. Oh, oh my gosh, that's a perfect color. Oh my gosh, I'm geeking out over this color. You don't realize how hard it is. Like I've had water-based makeup for a really long time, but if you have like a bright red, it's hard to get like the true color of like what blood looks like. No, I don't want to get it up there. I don't even know why. I'm just like putting blood in spaces. It just looks cool there. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm just like, we'll put blood wherever. And so that's one way you can do it, is just use a spoolie like that. Clean this off before I accidentally use it to like clean out brows one day. It's like fucking red in the brows. The worst color to put in brows. Yeah, so really it's like I could go through like my steps, but everyone's going to have their steps be slightly different based on the products that they use, the formulas they like, all of this stuff. Like all of that's going to be super specific to them. And so that's why it's really hard, because I have to speak in these like really broad, like general terms about colors and about products and about things, because I'm trying to like do two things at once. It's not working. Yes, I am. That blood spill color is definitely dream color, because again, it's like you can have like a red, but it's not gonna give blood. It doesn't look like blood. I promise you. I've been doing makeup for a long time. It does not look like blood. But that's why I wanted it, because it's formulated especially to look like blood, and boy does it deliver. And it delivers so effortlessly. It's so cool. Love that for us. So let's see. So I should do some lashes. So I'll be going through all of the steps of like what I like to. Nope, I don't want this one. What is this again? Um, okay, so lashes. Okay, that's rude. Okay, lashes. These might be good. These are very large. Very fun. Some flowers. Okay, so I'm gonna get these. And then I might go back to the green because I feel like I want the green. I want more green. The green's so pretty. I bought a full size of the rotten color because this is my favorite color. Like I just love dark green. I would like forest green colors. This is glitter. Oh god, I get my glitter on it. I need to chill the fuck out. Okay, so I have a very specific eyelash glue that I like to use. I have a lot here, but they're not my favorite. There it is. It's the Duo Brush On Lash Glue. It's not the clear one. So these are some stacked lashes that I have built and worn. Lashes can be worn multiple times, and if you clean them and maintain them, you can keep them for even longer. But they actually wear better if you've worn them before, because they're already kind of contoured to the right shape that you need. It's a good bet. Yeah, having fun with makeup is so like freeing and fun, and also like thing is like just like don't take things too seriously. Like just try out things that say like, oh, will this work? But also like kind of take what other people are saying to do as when people are saying these like rules, just take them as suggestions. See if that works for you. If that doesn't work for you, then toss it. Like take what works for you and leave the rest. Because everyone's going to have an opinion about how you should do something, and it might not work for you, and it might work for you. But just because someone has something that they do that does work for them, that works for them, that doesn't work for you, doesn't mean that they're necessarily wrong. So it doesn't mean, and I'm just saying this as in a general statement because people love to do this on the internet. If they do something, if something works for them and it doesn't work for you, it's like an internet fucking throwdown. And it's like, it does not need to be like that. So when you're working with your lash glue, you want to put your lash glue on your band and you want to leave it and let that sit for about 30 seconds. You can wave them around. Do not blow on them, please. You have bacteria in your mouth. If you blow on them, you're putting the bacteria on your mouth onto something that's going right next to someone's eyeballs. Even if it's just yours, don't do it. Don't make that area more of a petri dish than it already needs to be. So yeah, don't do that. I'm gonna take this color. This is the NYX Wonder pencil. It's just a nude for me, like a nude. They actually come in a couple different colors, but you can take it and go in the waterline. And it opens up the eyes a lot, but it doesn't look as stark as like a lot of. I mean, it's been very popular like throughout history, like people putting white in their waterline, and so it looks very stark. Well, you can use this kind of like light peachy color, and it looks a little bit more natural. It doesn't look as like crazy, and it looks really nice, but gives kind of that same effect, just softened a little bit. So it's great for opening up the eyes, which us small-eyed folks could always use something like that to help us out. We need help. The green is such a pretty color. It's very, very nice. It's very pretty. It's very rich. And then the red is just, it's everything. Now that it's dried, I feel like I could add a little bit of red um, to it to like tonally add like some color variation, but I don't know that it's necessary. Also, I could add fake blood to it, which I don't hate in small amounts, but it fake blood is uh, I mean, I guess it depends on what fake blood you're using, but a lot of it's like mostly corn syrup based, and so it's very sticky. It stays sticky, and then also like it never dries, so it will just continue to just edge its way down your face the entire time you're wearing it, forever. So you put it up here, it's gonna end up here. um, oh, I didn't put glue on the bottom lashes. So where did I put that glue? There it is. Oh my god. Now my eye is watering. Called attention to it, and now my eye is watering. Damn it. Fuck. With water-based makeup underneath my eye, this can't be good. I'm going to try to put that back in here. This is why I got the sealant from Makeup and Murder, which is going to be delivered soon. I have very watery eyes to begin with, so I should have known that this was a little risky. A little risky bisky, but do I look like someone who makes consistently good decisions? Didn't answer that. I'm trying to decide what lip color would go with this because this makes no sense story-wise, but whatever, you know. I said I was doing random makeup. This is what happens when you say you're doing random makeup. Okay, so when you're doing your eyelashes, you want to apply the, just figure out what's the shorter side. There it is. So you're gonna apply the shorter side to your inner corner. Oh my gosh, glue is fucking me up. Okay. I don't know. It feels like it's sitting very weird, but I can't tell if it is or not. Maybe it's just a shape that I did. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's just that I don't usually do my. Okay, so we're gonna go with the other side, which is nice and sticky. So I like to apply the center first. Get right in at the base of the lashes and the hairs. And I apply the inside, pinching the lashes and the hairs. Sometimes you take the lash with you, your little grubby fingers. This is why some people use those tweezers. Honestly, I'm just too afraid that I'm gonna tweeze someone's eyeball out. So, okay, fucking watery eyes affecting everything. It'd be cool to have like blood up here going. Honestly, that blood spill color is honestly so beautiful. Like, and I hope that it is appreciated. Like, I'm gonna write. Literally, I'm thinking I'm gonna write the owner of Olive Grave. This is an indie brand, and be like, honestly, like you nailed it. Like you nailed that fucking blood color. Like you slayed it. You killed it. Like I haven't tried the rest of the colors. Like I have other colors. Like I have this. I have some that glow in black light. I have this UV reactive, like translucent one, which you can't really see until you turn the black light on. I've got metallics. I've got black. I've got a UV reactive black, which is pretty insane. And then just some colors to like make other colors. And but like that red, like honestly, like I'd pay the price that I paid for all of this for that one red. Like that's how like important that color is as a makeup artist. Because if you ever tried to make anything blood colored, you know that it's complicated, to say the least. Okay, I'm gonna touch up the red underneath my eyes. Because now my eye has decided that it wants to water forever, which is great for water-based makeup. And gluing on lashes. fuck you and your fucking dog. Yeah. I'm like, I have like basically like this much stuck onto my lashes. Okay, we'll push this up to match the other side. And that's like way, 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 way up there. Maybe a little bit down. Okay. Yeah. Okay, now we're gonna fix the inside. I feel like because okay, so that because my eyes watering kind of melded the orange and the green. I have this like citrusy color situation going on outside of the blood and the red. So I think that I'm gonna do like I'm gonna do like a lemon lip or like a lime lip. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna do it. So I'm going to. Okay. So I have like a green lipstick. I have a couple green lipsticks actually. And then I have more green lipsticks that I like, but I cannot find. So I have this green, which is more like swampy green, and then this green, which is like very blue green, which I don't think will work. I don't like the yellow around my mouth for the. I wonder if I could use this for a lip product, like to mix into a lip product. I'm trying to think like what lip. I don't think I have most of my liquid lips with me. I have this pencil, and then I have my very green one that I did for my monochromatic look. Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. Actually, let me see what consistency this has, because this is something I've had for a while for airbrush, and I don't want that near my mouth. I don't want that on my lips. The thing is, if I get something pigmented enough in the just the yellow or the white, it will crack or it will be like really thick on my lips and kind of crack as I talk and stuff. So I need something with like a base that's made for the lips. Or that can be colored pretty easily with. Okay. I'm picking up something that I can do. Okay, so I have 2 color correctors. Oh, my lower lashes. Oh, and this lash. Why are these not sticking at all? So they're glued on the wrong side. Okay, and then the inside of this is coming off. Okay, just curve and stick to my fucking face. Lashes can be so infuriating. And it's like, you gotta keep your cool because the minute that you let them know that they've won, it's game over. Game fucking over. Okay, and then these other ones. Okay. This one also does not want to stick. None of my eyelashes want to stick today, and I find that very weird. But in that time, I'm going to take it to fix my under lash area more. Can't even see it on this side with the. Once you've made sure that they are glued on, then you can kind of position them a little bit better, and so they don't look as like glued to your skin. These are a little bit stiffer, but I like the shape of them. So, okay. So for lips, we are going to do. Oh, so I have between these two, and I really want to go with the lime look. So I'm going to do this color, and I'm going to apply it as a lip color. I'm going to get a little lip brush. Now, I could use something like this, like a liquid lipstick that dried down matte, and then put powder eyeshadow on it before or after it dried, but it wouldn't have the same kind of vibrancy. And then actually, I don't know. Do I want that? It might be nice for trying to draw like crisp lines of like lime. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. See, I'm making this up as I'm going. If you needed any, if you had any doubt. Also, this is my lipstick, not something I use on clients. This is Black Moon Cosmetics in Hazel. Okay, so this is it. Should have done that before, but whatever. So this is the color Hazel. It's not my favorite color on, to be honest, even though I love greens. This one just didn't work super well for me. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go and find. I don't know. I'll see. Feels terrible, like objectively terrible on the lips. But I love these lashes when they stick because they're like some of my favorite pair that I've kind of like worn in. But Right now, they're just being little bitches. Okay, let me get some water and then we'll do the line for the. Listen. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with the white. Now, I do have this like white concealer, but it's super inconsistent. This is the only LA Girl product that just does not serve consistently. So a little disappointed. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with a white. Now, does this look make any sense? Again, no. Are we here to make sense? No. So I'm going a little bit thicker with the outer line, and then I think for the inner lines, I'm going to try to do a little bit thinner, but best laid plans, best made plans, whatever. Now, white around the mouth has like high clown potential. Good to know. See how one's kind of tucked into it and one's kind of tucked out. I think I'm going to take this. Okay. Touch up this eyebrow, and I think that's good. It's kind of enough. Okay, so this is, I don't know, something. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and like even some like mixing this with Vaseline um, is really good to get that good consistency and would be really nice and give a nice shine. Um, but yeah, even though I powdered a lot, um, see, I'm still shiny, like not shiny, but just like it looks like skin at this point, and it doesn't look like super matte and like over powdered. So just knowing my own skin and knowing the makeup that I'm wearing makes a big difference. It feels really gross to talk this much on my lips. So I'm gonna let you all go. But yeah, fun hanging out. I'll talk to you later.